I just want to do a quick video of the storage solution thing that I'm using. I got this for free, and I got the cart here for free. And after trying these out just on some basic things, I liked how it functioned together. And again, this is not an advertisement. I don't do any advertisements on my channel. This is just what I use. And so anyway, I liked how those work, so I picked up I picked up 4 of these boxes here. One is actually on a shelf in storage, and I picked up a caster board. So what this is doing is this is allowing me to take basically all that I need for a particular event, but I'm not taking all that I have. So for the tarps, this is easy to move around because it only has a select number of tarps in it. Because last time, actually the previous times when I would take the tarps, I had one of these big yellow bins. I had every single tarp. And that was just way too much weight to muscle around in the van and to try to manage. In the past, what I've been trying to do is to consolidate everything into a small number of containers. But the problem was I was consolidating all these things that weigh a lot, and I'm putting them into these containers, and then next thing you know, I am transporting a lot of extra weight that I didn't need to. So with this caster board and 1, 2, 3, 4 containers on top of it, this whole thing can roll into the cargo van and it sits in its own space. So I'm able to carry the tarps, my tent supplies, the sidewalls to the tent, and down there, the very bottom one is the snake. This rolls exceptionally well, a lot better than the regular type of caster boards. Now, this is all proprietary stuff, but that's fine with me because it works exceptionally well. All right, and now, as a free product that I got, one of the tires here has decomposed. And I think this unit here, I was looking at it, and I was looking at what the company had. I'm sort of estimating this thing is maybe, could be probably 10 years old or so. But anyway, this tire here failed on the ramp for the show that we just did. So, but anyway, I think I have some casters already that should fit in here. This has really made life a lot easier around here in the shop, moving stuff around, but especially for transporting stuff. I don't need to take all those big yellow tubs. And another issue with the yellow tubs was if they sat out in the sun, the black color, it would just start absorbing the heat. And then the tubs would actually just start sort of morphing into whatever was in the tub. And then some time ago, I did a video covering, I was having to put plywood at the bottom of the tubs just so that the tubs could support the weight that was actually in that tub. I'm not a fan of those black and yellow tubs. Okay, the dolly that I got, which I mentioned before, it was probably already maybe 12 to 15 years old. So the tires that were on it were also about 12 to 15 years old. But you can start seeing some stress fractures, like right here. Lines are right here, right here. There's some right here where it went up the ramp. Because there was not too much weight on the dolly, but the ramp is aluminum, and it's got these metal treads on it, so you can sort of see the marks in it. Okay, and then on this one here, you can see where it's starting to come apart. This is the tire that decomposed. As you can tell, it's got some of the other marks on it where it was, this part here was going to start coming apart. But all of this stuff that was around it before, this was all left on the ramp. And looking at, let's see here. Yeah, looking at, it's got a big crack right down it. So technically, and here we go. Yeah, see, this thing just comes apart, and that should not be correct in a caster. So, needless to say, these casters have looks like they approached their end of life maybe a few years ago. So anyway, so I picked up some other casters to use. All right, this is the actual dolly or the caster board. With these particular ones, these do not have bearings on them like the other ones that I have. Most everything else I have has bearings on it except for these. Now this caster board is from this company, is a much older design. So a lot of the regular type of casters, let me get this lined up here. A lot of the regular type of casters are actually too wide for this type of mounting bracket. So I had to locate some off of Amazon, which should be just fine for this. I said these things don't really carry that much weight, but it is nice to have something that will work. So, all right, this is the newer dolly or caster board, and it is using, let me get that lined up here, it is using casters that are more of the standard size, when I say the size, more of the standard width that's on a lot of caster boards. These are all 4-inch casters, including the black tires I just showed you on the other caster board. They're all 4 inches, but this is more of the standard width. And these actually feel pretty decent. I'm going to change these out, these red ones, which now I will say this, I think they feel like they're pretty decent, a lot better than what the other ones were. However, I'm looking for something that's quite a bit, maybe a little bit more soft. These aren't completely hard plastic. They don't feel like they are. Here we go. I'm changing them out to more of this gray one. Let's get this a little closer. Now this is actually more of a rubberized wheel instead of the red ones. And this is more of the standard size, so it was easy to replace the red ones with the gray ones. These bolts have a little key on them. When it slides in here, that key needs to fit into a slot. It keeps the bolt from turning when you're torquing down the nut. Now, but these are very decent, and I do plan on still keeping them. All right, I think this will work. All right, so here are the other ones that I was going to use. Now these came off some of our rolling cases that we have, the large amplifier rack. I took these off and replaced them with some other ones that have higher capacity on like a carrying capacity on them. But these are still in real good shape. They are bearings. They're very quiet. They're about the same density, maybe the plastic, how it feels as those red ones. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with those quieter ones first, see how that works. All right, so something that we used at this last gig was this apparatus here. And what this actually is, it's like an ankle weight or a leg weight that you'd wrap around your leg, like if you're doing exercises. The whole thing weighs 5 pounds. And each of these pockets up here contains 1 pound, like a unit of sand that you can take out or add as needed. All right, so what we did, and we did this in lieu of putting up a kick drum mic stand. Well, we used this to put a kick drum mic. Then we just place this whole unit into the kick drum. And this particular event, the drummer had a pillow sitting in there. So this weight, this is 5 pounds, it would just sit on this pillow. And it would sit up in this position like this so that the mic was pointing directly at the beater. I think this actually yielded pretty good results for that show. And also, doing this is just one less stand that's on the stage area that somebody may walk into, back into, or trip over. If you wanted to use a different kind of mic in there, you sure can. And if you wanted to put other mics in here, you can. I don't know why you want to. Maybe you're trying to do some kind of a recording or something, but everything just sort of sits in there and the Velcro holds stuff in place. It worked out real well. So, just an idea if you're looking for maybe another way or a different way to put to get a mic inside of a kick drum. Now, if they did not have a pillow, we would probably use the stand. But most of the time, the drummers do have some type of deadening material inside their kick drum. And if they do, this is working out perfect.